All right, my friends, more spring anime from your boy Dom from the Otaku Room. And here's the thing. Should you watch Mission Yozakura Family? I don't know. I think it depends on what you enjoy for anime, as like what genres of anime you enjoy, what stories you want to see, like as like, you know, oh, I want to see this type of story as like a refresher, or I like this genre of anime kind of thing. For me, I don't think this show is for me. Now, I'm just saying not for me, not because it's necessarily bad, but it does some things that I always struggle to overcome in certain shows. And a lot of times it has to do with these kinds of like spy, ninja, you know, ninja family exists in the modern age, samurai family exists in the modern age. I always struggle with these types of shows. And for me, on a personal level, I always struggle with shows that are set in what you would consider like our reality, but then there is this fictional thing that occurs that kind of like, you know, desuspends that. I think that when you have shows like Spy Family, right, where it's very clear that people with like psychic abilities and, you know, these spies exist and stuff, and they created a version of the world where the world is feuding and the world has wars, and the way that wars are won now are through spies and through intelligence. Like, they built a world in that sense. And maybe Yozakura Family will also do that as well too. But on first episode, what they showed me was that it's very much based in like what you would consider today's Japan. But then there's like this underground black world, or, you know, this black market type world where it's just publicized that there's spies and killers, and there's a magazine and there's a social site, and like it skews to that portion of silly to where I just kind of really struggle with myself. And I know you might say like, well, all anime is fictional, blah, blah, blah. And like, here's the thing is like, when we have certain shows that are very much set in like a fantasy world or a world of magic, or a world that has, you know, mecha and cyber, and, or maybe a show like this to where like there, you know, spies, and like, it's very much rooted into the world, and it's very a fictional place. I struggle with those shows, or like I don't have a struggle to desuspend my like, oh, the semi-realism type deal. And I know it might sound silly to some of like, you know, well, that's a stupid reason. But for me, it's just a very real thing of like, I just really struggled with these types of shows that are dealt with like in reality, but then they're like, oh, but on the underground of reality, there's actually spies everywhere, and there's this social network, and you could buy the spy magazine and have it delivered to your home. You know, this underworld thing, like, it's just a little too silly for me. And again, not saying that it's bad, it's just silly to me. It might not be to you or to someone else. It might be like the perfect thing. But for me, I'm just like, I just don't know. And then for the show itself, it's like, okay, let's say that isn't a problem for me. Well, Yozakura Family came and it showed us this character, and his parents got in some kind of car accident or something. And obviously, bro has a lot of PTSD because of that, which, hey, I sympathize and I can completely get. So this kid, Tayo, has complete PTSD from losing his family. But not only is it like accidental, or he's afraid of cars now or whatever, he just has the fear of losing anybody that can get close to him, like I'm the bad luck complex type deal. And I'm just like, okay. And then he has his friend Mutsumi, who recognizes that, and she's just kind of been there, and she's been his support system, and they're just extremely close. And, you know, on that, just saying it alone, it doesn't sound like, you know, it sounds like, oh, that's pretty good. But where it kind of goes awry is in her school, she's been followed around by her older brother. He has a sister complex. Again, very, you know, that's, you know, very anime, no problem there. But he's like the assistant principal of the school, and he's also like the top spy, top ninja, top spy guy. You know, he's like he's like the spy, and all the lady spies want his, you know, spy his spy snake or whatever. And for some reason, he has it out for Tayo. He's gonna kill him, and you can tell the whole show's writings on the wall of like him versus the older brother versus these like crazy things that are gonna happen. And you can tell that the older brother's gonna like train him not by his own choice to now come and protect Mitsumi because she chose him as her partner. And there's gonna be more crazy things that happen, that she's gonna get attacked and Tayo's gonna have to learn and overcome adversity. Like, I just don't want to see any of that, to be honest. It sounds awful. And so, all that stuff happens, but then where the real kicker hits is like it introduced her family. It introduced the green haired dude with the guns. It introduced the purple haired girl who's like all about gaming. She's like a hacker. It introduced the twin tailed girls, which she's hot. I think her name's Futaba. It introduced the dude with the pail on his head, weird shit. And then some other guy who can, I guess, just change how he looks by having these realistic masks. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to say right here, this show is just not for me. You clicked on the video. Should you watch it? I think it really comes down to, like, do you like really silly animes? And if that's the answer is yes, there's nothing wrong with that. And when I say silly, let me try a different word. When I say silly, I get stuttered. When I say silly, I want to use a different word because I think silly means like I'm trying to point fingers or make fun of somebody, and that's not the case. If you like comedic anime that's very fictional and like very like you don't worry about any semblance of realism, you don't think about like the why behind anything. If you're really good with doing that with media, and you like action, you like comedy, and you like maybe like a hint of romance, I think this show's very much for you. If you like spy shows or ninja shows or samurai shows, if those are the types of shows that you're attracted to, again, nothing wrong with that. Those are like, that's like the opposite side of the pond. That's the opposite side of the wall for me. Like, I don't really tend to not like those ones, like the Shinobi. Like, I don't really like those types of shows. Nor do I really like the spy ones. Even kind of Spy Family, I kind of like. It's awesome. But I kind of fell off of like season 2. I just had no interest to watch it. Like, if you like those shows, though, all these spy and ninja, I think, yes, you watch the show. I think this will be a better one. As I think last season, maybe a couple seasons ago, there was a ninja one where like this ninja, he had like a ninja family, and it was trash. I thought it was just complete booty cheeks. But like, I don't think there's very many good ones. And I think this one will be good if you like that. But I think for us, who may be over here who don't really like these types of shows, I just don't think it's for us. And it's not for me. And I won't be covering this one on the channel. So should you watch it? For me, my answer is a resounding no. Is it for you? Let me know why or why not in the comments. Let me know if you're going to give it another episode or 2 episodes or 3 episodes. Let me know in the comments. But for me, this one, I'm going to bow out and just say, hey, I think for me, this is just not for me. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one. I'll see you in more spring anime. There's a ton of awesome spring anime this season. So come check me out for something that might, interest you on the group. Okay, so anyways, I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Peace out.